What's up, you treasures, ungrateful Hibernian pack of shoe shit? Pig shit? Sack of pig shit? That's my first one right there. Just give me a second here before I start kicking your ass. I'll let me know why you've already kicked your own ass and Ireland is over. Ireland is finito. You let cancer take over. It's too much now. You're not going to be able to be rebellious and get over it in the future. Look, I'm Ginger. See, I turned from gold, and now I'm Ginger. So I keep putting the names of these ginger rapist military in my name and my Ori. And everybody's turning ginger. I think you're turning ginger. Rapists think we're turning ginger. Rapists think it's you, but go, you but. You but is a Scottish family that had to move away because you've been such rapists and post bombers. Go, Hubert, go. What will he wait? He's not ginger anymore. I heard he's got a grey beard. What will he wait next? Oh yes, and that's why everybody has a speech impediment as well, because they think it's so funny to put Hubert in my name. Oh, Hubert. So this is why your country is fucked, Ireland, and beyond salvation. I don't like to mention the Austrian man. He told you things, he told the world things, and he warned them, and everybody agreed. Particularly regarding the Aryan people. And you spell that Eireann, Aryan people. Some Norwegians, some Danish, Irish. Mainly Irish. And he warned about other people coming from around the world to harvest you, like a flock, Christian flocks. So you see why Ireland in particular are a bit more on the menu compared to Norway, which isn't super Christian, or Denmark, which has Christianity but isn't super Christian. They might have Christian royalty. So yeah, the Austrian man warned you about certain people coming from Florida and the Netherlands and Israel and stuff, and they're here to do exactly what Hitler warned you. What do you do? They're here to take control of your police. They're going to do it in sequence. They're going to take your police. They're going to take your military. They're going to take the roughest gangs that you're going to find on the streets that might give them a Nazi problem, IRA, Sinn Féin, and get them under the thumb. They're going to take your high courts. They're going to take your hospitals, particularly your kids' hospitals. They're going to be running abortion clinics and porno clinics for your children and your daughters. They're going to be in on your economy. They're going to be building Rockefeller Towers all over your cities. They're going to be abducting and cooking your children, roasting your children, eating their flesh. Cooked alive. And they can clone. So there's a big thing. They can take your politicians and they can clone them. Just this guy's not working, clone them. And then they're all very agreeable. This is why it's taken over, and this is what Hitler warned you about. They'll start taking over everything. Your economy, your police, your military, your schools. And just be with your kids in school. They love the kids. They, as Thomas or Damien or whatever, they're more valuable. They're worth more. They're more expensive on some Jew market, which we don't want to know about, or we do want to know about. There's a doctor's a nurse, a psychiatric nurse. He's a pedo, is it? Say pediatric psychiatric nurse named Andrew Grant. I doubt it's his real name, Bloomberg or something. And he's under false qualifications here. He's one of these pedo Jews, and he works in Newcastle Hospital. He's a little dweeby sodomite, and I think he might be a clown. And he's a pedo man with some pedo dreams. He wants to raise a kid in a pedo fucking relationship. I can tell all your sins. I can know everything about you. He buggers me all day, every day, spits in my face anytime I'm intelligent. Which is really, or anytime I'm more intelligent than him, is like, but that'll go on forever. I'm always going to be more intelligent than you. Every breath I take, and that's why I'm getting spat in the face all day. Every day by Kike fucking Sitbergs, the people that actually tried to murder me and get rid of me. And defamated me and called me a sex criminal. So you can put me on a sex list. Celibate 14 years and I don't masturbate and I have a healthy history of girlfriends. And I had sexual relations with only 5 of those 12 girls. And they're all very good terms. We're all still very good friends. We all still get, except one maybe. But they're all over her anyway, especially because she's a psychiatric patient. So they love catching up with, McKinley's. And she's involved in buggering me too. She's been tricked into doing it. Tricked into screwing me with Travellers and the IRA and Thomas Mahon. And she's a traitor to the loyalist piggies. They claim to be IRA and defend your nation from foreign gentrification and manipulating and bugging our children and taking our women. And they're got positions of privy, educated, and they're black and tan now, helping these Jews, taxiing them around the country. See, these guys are in on it. these police and all, they're in on the pedo rings, things that they found people of mutual understandings, and they got loads of pigs and military, and they educated them in the wonderful blessings of, I don't know what the fuck a paedophile does. Cuddles kids, you don't have kids of your own, like, it's sick. I don't know, man. It is for the purity or for their innocence, and they want to wash and defile themselves in innocent Christians, so they're defiling and washing themselves in your kids. You kids will hardly notice. They might come home like a bit feeling sick, a bit unwell. Kids are kind of blessed as well with ephemerality, so they don't see it. Where if you're buggering, a sainted celibate genius, I see them all the time. So the kids won't see it so much. They'll be protected. But Christ will protect their eyes. Don't look, Ripley. Oh no, don't look, Newt. No, don't look, Newt. That's a big Jew, isn't it? Look at that big, monstrous, bug head fucking Jew. I used to get called Jewish when I was a kid because I used to study Bible and Torah loads, and a big Bob Dylan fan, and I kind of had a great time for all their wit and their banter and their dialogue. And boots are made for walking, and that's just what boots do, little lambs in boots. And one of these days, enough of these lambs. But anyway, it won't happen. Time is of the essence. Oh yeah, and like I said, this Andrew Grant guy works in a psychiatric department and causes schizophrenia. Like, he's using witchcraft and voodoo and chanting on his outpatients all the time. He's getting your kids, and he's actually using their names because they can use them as, like, little soldiery tools to do their little Jew magic. And that's why the IRA and everybody and all the police think this is wonderful. It's like, oh, we can elicit people's... See, your confessions are safe with Jesus. And me, and myself, probably 99% of the event, I suppose. But I wouldn't. I'm very good with the fruit of knowledge. It's probably what is given to me. And I'm very good at the fruit of knowledge, and then I mess around with it. But anyway, they love it. They're stuffing their faces with it, and that's why they know where your drugs are and who's got taxpayer, and that's why they're up on everything. That's why they're going through loads of cold cases. I've seen lots of cold cases, like Dave Mustaine. He's got a life sentence now because he had a rock star sex life back in the 80s or 90s. And the old graphic photos or Polaroids look pretty scary, but it was probably so consensual, fucking weird. I got this fake wife, this unlawfully married harlot. I think her name's Laurie Ashdown or something. She's an American superstar now, appearing on daytime TV. She was given my tower. I was supposed to have a tower to myself, like a fucking skyscraper to myself. And she has that. She's in a BDSM, a top-notch, like a highly refined BDSM sex goddess. That's what they turned her into. All types of insane. And I went through it. It's like BDSM. And I wrote an essay on Marquis de Sade once. I just wrote the psychologies and the events of isolating yourself from society. And the things that might happen when you isolate yourself from the cowherd of society. You stop acting like one another and you start acting more like yourself. And this is something to do with sadism. And it's like... what do you do in your BDSM club? And it was like, I got a list of the things. It's like, that's just sodomy in latex. That is not BDSM. That is just sodomy in latex and sexy high heels and whatever. Yeah, no, that is not sadism. Whatever. And people think sadism is inflicting pain upon somebody else, but that's not what it is either. It's about going off, to be yourself and finding out who you are, and really learning about yourself. You learn a lot. I'm celibate, so like you can see it all, but from a comfortable distance. I'm not in some gas mask bent over for some rock iron, whatever. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, that's why the IRA. That's where I'm back to. She's composite to all this, by the way. She's they put the IRA and everybody have had her. I don't even know what she looks like. And I think she's some posh little poodle from like Grafton Street or something like this. And now she's a BDSM sex goddess, living it up in a tower in New York, appearing on daytime television. Show host like Oprah. I'm a philanthropist. Does that pay? Liking people? Is that what that is? Misanthropy, yeah. Little misanthropy. Yeah, so Ireland, you're done. Adolf warned you. And I warned you. That's why I'm not Adolf, because he already warned you and I warned you. And it's totally happened. And because they have that psychic power now, they have the police, they have the military, they can tell if anyone tries to come out and support me and say there's like a good cop out there. It's like, well, we need to get on this. Like, come on, like, this is insane. Yeah, he'll be gone the next day. If not, put on a different assignment abroad or done something, he'll be just gone, zipped until they got the clone ready. He'll be kept busy in like 2 weeks, probably on holiday for a training course. And they'll just bring you out for 2 weeks on a training course, all expenses paid. And you go out and everyone just says that I hang around with. They all go off on a 2 week holiday. Say, oh, not again, another 2 week holiday. 2 week holiday. Everything I want to speak to goes to on a 2 week holiday. So you can't get on top of them now. You know, there's no way you can get a group of white blood cells together to counteract the dominion you have now on your free and fair independent country. Like, they've got it all over it, airtight, sealed. Vandenbergs, Roosevelt, Andrew Grant. While we're at it, Vandenbergs, I saw Donald Trump's maybe attorney or legal representative, the little blondie one, not Caroline, the other one, emphatically defending her devotee, saying that Donald Trump is doing everything he can to find these sponsors. Yeah, well, there's a good few of them hanging around in Florida and Ireland if you want to look into it and really get them all. Vandenbergs, Rosenbergs, Andrew Grant, Thomas Vandenberg. I think the Vandenbergs have a dossier in the Epstein files anyway. Daniel Rockheim or Daniel Rosenberg. Thomas Mahan, IRA, they're probably up to some of this, Jerry Adams and all. No, Mary Lou McDonald is a very reasonable lady to a certain tastes and delicacies of these people. There's a lot of women involved as well. They make it easy. And then there's devotees, and then there's you need male devotees as well. So that's why you get these pedo cops and pedo military to taxi drive you around and be the muscle when you need it. And that's why pigs dragged me in off the streets, tortured me, and some little dweeby Jew in a little tiny suit came out with a halal hook knife and tried to open me up. Even so, Jesus Christ. And he's still walking around free. They just put me in a psychiatric hospital and called me batshit and saying, like, this is madness. I can't believe they're actually going to get away with this. And if I talk about it or bring back any case or try to get any justice, the solicitor will disappear, first of all. He'll have a 2 week holiday if I try to get a solicitor. As is scary, like John Connor, my life has become. I just heard, you're going again, eat your cum. That's the only thing he can say. He's like just kind of retard. That's all he can say. If I'm ever more intelligent than him, and God knows there's going to be no end to it, like I said. So, you can probably hear it. It's really stupid that he does it because I'm out about walking around. And anybody that kind of looks at me and they can hear the filthy, pervy Jew, pedophile, just screaming abuse at my face. I was like, can you hear that? There's a horrible, rotten, snarly fucking Judaic abuse on this innocent fucking Christian poet, genius, mathematician, polymathical fucking... What was I writing? I was writing another song this morning, yeah. But yeah, it's about colours. I have a colour theory. I'm going to go out modern quantum sciences as well. Women think, I comb my hair more than girls. Any girl, I comb my hair more than girls. Look at this. I'm like, yeah, well, you do it backwards. Maybe you do it backwards. No. According to modern string theory, all things go like this, man. Start to make bowels and organs. There's a little guy there. He's new to creation. As they start to make these, yeah, and straight, long, bleached, straight, conditioned hair really goes nowhere, does it? It just kind of stays there, looking flat like my wife's hair. Take that lollipop. She has a website as well. She's got a BDSM porno website. She's actually like uploading. I was like, you paying tax on that, baby? Like, what's it called? Lollipops. I like all these names. Hollywood, Harlequin, Lollipops. What's the other one I had there? Little Misanthropy. Alright, so yeah. That's actually the situation, is it? You're already enslaved. And you're never getting away with it. So learn to suck Jew balls. You've been doing so well. Like, everybody has to learn to suck Jew balls now. connected to gold. Because you can't get together. You won't be able to form a white blood cell unit. You won't be able to get on top of them in the legal systems. You won't be able to get on top of them in any system. Like, oh yeah, that's at any time I try to get on top of them, and yet the lawyer will disappear, or the police actually come around and start with 2 full cars of armed guards and a doctor with a needle in his pocket. Is that right, John? We need to have a talk. I was like, no, we don't. Run. You can't run from the police. But yeah, that happens. So for incitement or propaganda against the police, and they take it very, very seriously, because some of their balls are on the line for abduction and torture and disembowelment and entailment, and then like invading my privacy because they think they have a reason now, because they turned it on me and said I'm to blame. That they're constantly having me under surveillance, and they go through my everything. They go through my bedroom. They go through my phone. They go through everything now. They're trying to find dirt, any kind of dirt on me, so they can build some sort of case up against me. In case when I have a case, they can put another case in the courtroom next door and say, yeah, well, he's a paedophile, gang, date raping, murderous cannibal. Yeah, sainted celibate. Everybody knows the story. Sainted celibate, vegan, 14 years. Vegan 14 years, ever since the ex that I told you about. I turned vegan and celibate. I was like, what's the things she can't do? I was like, oh yeah, be a good vegetarian. I'll be vegan. And she needs it every day. So I'll just, go be celibate and vegan and win where she can't win. Ha ha ha, baby. Yeah, it worked out great here. I'm smacking myself in the face. Starving. Just can't even work up my appetite to eat a piece of bread. Yeah. Well done. You're clever, John. I hate the ginger thing. Look, it looks nasty. I noticed in the Irish rugby team as well, they had it. So it's that natty, brown, rotten, gingery, Hugh McGlynn coloured hair. He was among all sorts. You're saying he's not going to turn out the too pretty. He's going to straighten neck and squeeze it. I was talking shit about him loads on YouTube, and then these kids and all started hunting me around my local hometown and trying to take a shot at me. They were kids. I think they're connected to Hubert. I think Hubert's got little foot soldiers, and they're kids, 9, 10, like 8 or 9, and swear they were trying to organise and time an attack to catch me. And I just went up around and hopped over a ditch in the other way. And they start screaming, ole, 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 which means oil, the opposite of faggots. They're kids that go killing for cash or belly rubs and end up burning in hell for being so stupid. Anyway, it's been fatal. It's been fatalistic trying to educate the Irish. And, it's been it's been like 10 years, and I'm still here trying. Here we go. Oh, thank God that's still recording here, so I'm talking to myself. Ah, but what's new there? Regal Company. So, run away. Leave your beautiful independent country. Leave it behind. And just run away. I don't know, about Hungary looks alright or something. Or no, Turkey probably has Jews. Wherever there's no Hungary's probably on. Whoever has no Jews. Yeah, no, Turkey. Okay, I like the Turkey. Yeah. Erdogan don't like him too much. Good man, Erdogan. Stuck in there, not afraid. Not afraid. Fucking creepy fucking Zitbergs. But anyway, they got on top of you, Ireland. Free and you'll never beat the Irish. Yeah, but they bent you over and gentrified you again. Just like they did before. Mary Magdalene laundries. Your kids are ours. Your women are shamed and enslaved. And you just did it again. You just let it happen again. Evil prevails when good people don't do anything. And it looks like we didn't have enough good people. Right? Yeah, I don't know where to leave it with you. Run away. Yeah, that was my best advice, because you can't save yourself now. Paddy. Yeah.